Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Vegas Daily Free Picks Winner Show. That's right, guys. The First Family of Vegas show is coming to you every weekday on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, joined by some of the world's best documented handicappers and biggest sports bettors. It's brought to you by the best website in the business on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. Guys, we're going to be releasing a ton of free pick winners. You're going to get some great betting insights, and we're going to have a few laughs to boot. So join us each weekday so we can improve your bankroll. We've got a great show to finish off the week, guys. Now, you're going to get a lot of free pick winners on today's action, and we're going to get you out of here in time to take advantage of those free pick winners. Let's go around the horn. Let's welcome this. This looks like one of them dating game shows, guys. Going around the horn, Dan Kaiser, Wes Sniper, and Abby Jackson. Let me say first, Dan, good morning. How are you today?
Doing good, Joe. I had a profitable day yesterday on the diamond. I kind of had a day like you did, though. I had a couple of sure winners that turned out to be a loss and a push. And this, as a public service announcement to everybody out there, I have seen Deanne today, so she is still alive.
She is alive. She took off the week. We'll get into that in a minute. Dan's doing some great work. We'll talk about that in a moment. I want to say hello to Sniper Wes. A lot of action going on this week with Sniper Wes. I'm going to talk to him after the show to see if he has been actually, attending some of those Boulder Highway strip clubs, see what's going on, see if he knows the nearest clinic to get a penicillin shot. How you doing, Wes?
Doing good, man. Living the life here in Vegas. You know how we do it, Joe. It's another day in paradise.
Great stuff. Glad to have you here with us. I'm also glad to have Abby Jackson, Abiola, who looks like he plays a grand piano in the background. Abby, how you doing today?
I'm fantastic. I'm just coming off a 2-0 MLB day yesterday. I made my MLB debut picks on SportsMemo, so I'm hoping to continue that today.
Great stuff, guys. We're going to get into records, other stuff. Couple of things I want to announce, just a minute or two of fluff. Then we're going to get into some free picks today. My friends, Dion took the week off. She's doing a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, some promo stuff, some technical stuff, getting us out there. She's doing some great work behind the scenes. She's actually on her computer down the hall doing more stuff for this show, promoting SportsMemo and the cappers that contribute to the show. But she is killing it. I'll tell you about Dion in a minute. I want to say good morning to Dion out there who's definitely tuning in. But definitely, we're like committing Harry-Cara, as they say. Everybody says Harry Carey, but that's just the baseball announcer. Harry-Cara this morning got up, got a lot of games done, a lot of promo done, a lot of back-end work, administrative work. I didn't shower today. I smell like probably one of those strippers on the Bulldog. after they got a convention of some geeks that come in with the big badges around their neck. I didn't shower this morning. I didn't shave, as you can see. Got a lot of stuff done around the house. I'll tell you about that in a second. We get people, we get a lot of questions. I would say half of our questions are about sports betting, games in particular, and sports betting in general, because we got the best collection of cappers on the planet here at SportsMemo. But a lot of the questions, I would say about half, are about what's going on in Vegas, what me and Deanna are doing, what we're eating, what we're throwing on the barbecue, what shows we're seeing. Guys, I love you guys. Let me tell you what's going on. First of all, the First Family Show is on its own YouTube channel. Subscribe now. Ring that bell so you don't miss a single show, a single free pick, a betting insight, or any of our laughs or contributions from the great cappers at SportsMemo. I do want to talk yesterday and the day before. I take off Wednesdays and Thursdays from the Senior Center, and I get stuff done around here. And as you can imagine, it's always hectic. I own 9 local businesses. I own a car wash, tanning parlors. I own a couple of karaoke places. I own some night spots, some pizza joints, some restaurants. It's crazy. It's never not hectic around here.
You're a busy man, Joe.
What's that?
I say you're a busy man.
I am a busy man. There's no rest, Abby, for the wicked or the successful. I will tell you, I've got every one of my businesses running like a Swiss watch. All right, I have a sales room, best sales room in the history of this business. Everything's great. I got pig phones. I got this. I got that. Everything runs smoothly. But on the days off, I usually run errands every night after I leave the Senior Center. I like fresh fruit, fresh produce, fresh meats in the house. Yeah. Every night of the week, or most nights, I'm at the butcher. Every night of the week, I'm running out for fresh fruit or fresh vegetables. I sent Wes something. I was going to power wash my backyard. Now, we got a lot of shit done around the house and outside the house the last few days. Dion, from top to bottom, thoroughly went through our bathroom, my father's bathroom, the guest bathroom. It looks like you could eat off the pub. I'll tell you that now. I got some stuff done in the front of the house, the sides of the house. I was going to power wash yesterday afternoon. Then we got hit with wind. Last time I've seen winds like this, a house fell on the Wicked Witch of the East's sister. And then all of a sudden I said, I ain't power washing today. Fudge this. But I had these great 1 3/4 grass-fed Wagyu ribeye steaks that I was not going to not put on the grill. So they went on.
I love ribeye steak. Oh, man.
My God. You come on over. You're going to make it before Sniper West because he keeps having these late nights. Yeah. He ain't coming to the D'Amico concert. Now, I like to mess it with West because now he's opened himself up. He's like family now. So he's opened himself up to some messing with. But I put some steaks on the grill, sweet potatoes, organic russets, some organic sweet corn. Guys, everything was great last night. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I canceled a couple of shows this week we were going to go to. Scott, my friend Carrot Top, keeps inviting me over. I haven't gone. A couple of other shows here. But we've got some shows that we're going to. I don't know why I do this to myself, guys. Stevie Nicks is coming to town. I haven't seen Stevie in a while. I love Stevie Nicks. Love that sound that she had when she was with Fleetwood Mac, and even when she did stuff with Tom Petty on her own. Always great stuff. And she's coming to town, so I got tickets to that. I don't know why. But we got a couple other shows coming up. We got Matt Rife coming up on the 2nd. Carrie Underwood, who, guys, if you haven't seen Carrie, amazing. Dion dragged me to her show.
Oh, yeah. I heard Carrie Underwood has a residency in Vegas.
She has a residency.
Yes, that's what I heard.
I've got to tell you, Abby, Dion, my wife, dragged me to that show kicking and screaming about 4 years ago. I believe at the T-Mobile or at Allegiant. I don't remember which.
Oh, okay.
Guys, we see 150 shows a year without including ball games or conventions we go to. So that one flows into the next. I left there in tears. I was in tears at least twice. What I do love about these country music artists, all of them, they change their shows regularly. They love this country. They love the flag. They love our service people. They love our first responders. So we're going to see her again. We got Jelly Roll and Post Malone. I'm really going for Jelly Roll. I got a ton of other shows coming up, man. I mean, the Go-Go's, Elvis Costello, some other big shows. I am not going to go see Beyonce, guys. I got asked that. I will not. I would rather get a root canal with no. I'd rather do Jail Time with Rosie O'Donnell as my cellmate. I am not a Beyonce fan. I'm not even going to think about all the millions that Jay-Z spent on buying DJs and buying her Grammys and buying her country music album. After you see George Strait, after you see all the other Garth Brooks, Carrie Underwood, the great country music, I'm not going to go see. I just don't like Beyonce. I'm not going to lie to her.
Okay.
I'll lie to you guys. I met her once or twice, never nice to her fans or to people. She's a little condescending.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's mean. She's mean. She's like a Mariah Carey mean. She really is.
Oh, she's on she's on that entitlement vibe, eh?
You know, I don't know. Well, I'll be honest. She had success before she met Jay-Z with Destiny's Child, but I'm not going to say that Jay-Z hasn't helped in her success. But he certainly played a big part in it. I'm not going to go see her. A lot of other shows we're going to see. Let me get started, guys. NHL, NBA, full force postseason. My good buddy, the professor. Dan, any comments?
No, not really. I'm just waiting to see what happens tonight. I got like I said, I did really well on the first day, and I got killed the second day. So I'll have a couple things for tonight, but yeah, I just want to see how this plays out. And I've got thoughts, but I'm still kind of working everything out for the weekend. Well, guys, our good buddy Joey V is tuning in. I know Jesse Schul is tuning in when he should be actually sleeping, but that's okay. That's why we love Jesse. Sniper West, NHL, NBA playoffs. Thoughts or comments?
Yeah, no, looking forward to, it's funny. The Hawks, they obviously play zero defense whatsoever. And so it should be a track meet. You got the total at 220.5 there in Atlanta. The total is at 221 in Memphis between Dallas and the Grizzlies. But yeah, no, should be action-packed night. I'm looking forward to it. Great stuff. How about you, Abby?
Yes, the NBA has been kind of up and down for me this year. I mean, the last week or two has been a little bit up and down as towards the end of the season. But I'm looking forward to the playoffs. especially this matchup tonight with Dallas and Memphis. I feel Dallas has a lot of momentum coming into this game after winning their last game. So especially with AD in the lineup, so I'm looking forward to that game. I'm looking forward to the Clippers in Denver. I think Clippers are going to win that series. So there's a lot of exciting things to look forward to in the playoffs for the NBA starting tomorrow. So
Great stuff, great betting insight, great angles from three of the best in the industry. Couple of quickies, and you know how much I love a morning quickie. Guys, over at SportsMemo, we have the best collection of cappers anywhere in this business on the planet. Don't believe us? Go check out our numbers. We are transparent, and numbers don't lie. All right? We have a deals page over there. You hit it, you're going to just see a slew of deals. Guys, I can ring them off one at a time. I don't want to bore you. Just go to SportsMemo after the show. Go to the deals page. I tell you right now, at least one deal, maybe more, are tailor-made just for you. And I know you love the great cappers we got. I know you're familiar with a lot of them. But this deals page also gives you an opportunity not just to save money while you're making money, but also maybe dip your toe in the water with a capper you're not familiar with. All right, this is great. A couple of other quickies, guys. Before we give out free winners on today's show, we're live, so the floor is open. Comment, questions for our panel, fire away. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Next week, we got some new cappers coming on. I'm going to get Rye Cape, Tom Macrina, on the show. We're going to try to get some of the other cappers over at SportsMemo, who's taken a little bit of time off the last few weeks from, the hecticness of sports betting. What you don't realize, guys out there, I mean, those of you who are sports fans and that bet for fun, for entertainment, to make some profit, it's one thing. When you do this for a living, okay, or when you do this to make money for yourself as a professional gambler like myself and some of these other great cappers, and also contribute to websites, do shows, write columns, blah, blah, blah. This is a 365-day-a-year job. I'm going to tell you right now. All right, this doesn't stop. Most people get off work, they punch out or whatever, they leave work. They're not thinking about work until they're driving in the next morning, going into their business parking lot. This doesn't work like that. You've got to get up early. You've got to do your due diligence, because sports betting is a living, breathing thing. What happened yesterday has no bearing on today. Really, it's about situations. So you've got to look at the lines. You got to look at what's going on, injuries, weather conditions, inside, outdoor, streaks, trends, this, that, the other thing. Then you've got to write up a well-thought-out analysis, put them up there, write columns, do free picks. And not only that, you got to contribute to shows. And then, for most people out there, they watch games in this industry. I don't watch a lot of games. But then you've got to worry about wins and losses, which is all day long, 24 hour a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So having said that, some of our guys take off a little bit of time this time of year, and then they start back again when NHL, NBA playoffs are back. They're back. You're going to get some great stuff, some great betting insights, some free pick winners. Having said all that, I want to talk about winners. And Dan Kaiser is no stranger to winning. And he's not just no stranger to winning recently. Dan Kaiser has been winning in this business for decades. All right, guys? I say it every time Dan's on the show, and even sometimes when he's not, I talk about him, because with Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat and all these other things that people contribute to, and all these other things that come out that I've never heard of. Guys, everybody's the best. And, they got the best gynecologist, the best proctologist. Everybody's got the best. I got the best place to eat. I got the best place to go watch a show. I got the best this. I got the best travel agent. In this business, people can be the best today. They could be the best this week. But winning every season in, season out, year in, year out, for decades, there's only a handful. All right? And Dan Kaiser is one of those people. He's going to tell you what he's been doing on the premium side. He's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side. He's got a free pick winner. Dan, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, if you were with me yesterday, it felt like the dog days this summer have set in early. We were like an inning away at 2 games, looking at a perfect 4-0 day. We ended up 2-1-1 on the day. The 2 winners were 3% plays. The loser was a 2% play. So we ended up with some nice plus units anyway. For my free play today, I'm just going to make this short and sweet. To me, it's all about the pitching matchup. The Cardinals will go with Miles Mikolas on the mound. So far this season, he's 0-2 with a 9.00 ERA and has given up 14 runs in 3 starts. In his career against the Mets, he's 2-4 with a 5.31 ERA, and he's given up 8 runs in his last 2 starts against the Mets. Overall, as a team, the Cardinals come in with a 4.13 ERA, which ranks 18th. The Mets will come in and counter with David Peterson on the bump. He is 1-1 with a 2.7 ERA this season, allowing 5 runs in 3 starts. This will be his first career appearance against the Cardinals. New York has a team ERA of 2.38, which ranks first overall. And if they have to go to the pen, there's no letdown there, as they have the 3rd best bullpen ERA. Looking at some batting stats here against Mikolas, Linder hits 412 in 17 at bats. Soto hits 389 in 18 at bats. Taylor hits 300 in 10 at bats. Winkler's 375 in 16 at bats. And the only person that's faced Peterson is on the Cardinals is Contreras, who's only hitting 125 against them. So there's a definite ability here for the Mets to score early and often. The Mets have won 5 of their last 6 games, while the Cardinals have lost 5 of their last 6 road games. I know this line is a little bit high at minus 170, but I always say, and I believe, scared money doesn't make money. But you also have to be smart. So I'm looking at this game. I'll lay a half a unit on the money line and probably look to sprinkle maybe a little, like a quarter unit on the run line. I think the Mets should dominate in this game.
Great stuff from Dan the Man Kaiser, Dan the Professor. He says, take the Mets. Dan, one thing I've learned over the years of sports betting, you don't pay juice on a winner. Don't worry about laying it. It's a winner. You will be too if you follow him with the Mets today. But more importantly, guys, Dan's going to tell you what you can expect from him on the premium side, maybe not just tonight, but maybe over the weekend too. I know we talked a little bit before the show started that he's got some big things happening in NBA and NHL. Dan, tell us what you got going on the premium side.
Yeah, once I get off the show, I'll post my plays. I got an afternoon baseball play on the Cubs, Arizona. I'll have a couple of baseball plays tonight. I'll have a play on both basketball games. Yeah, and this weekend, I'll have some series bets up in both the NBA and hockey, and probably, a play on something, either total or a side in every NHL game this weekend.
Great stuff from Dan the Professor Kaiser. Guys, he's one of the best in the business for decades. After the show, go follow Dan at SportsMemo. And remember, I'm going to put this up just to keep reminding you, go to the deals page. All right, I'm sure at least one deal is tailor-made for you to follow Dan and save money while you're making money. Dan's going to stick around if you have any questions or comments for him. If you want to ask why he jumped the bandwagon, going from a Wolverines fan to a Spartans fan, that's fine. Dan, I have a question. All those wooden...
There's never no jumping nothing.
Okay, I'm just messing with
you. It goes back to Magic, to be honest.
There you go. Well, I got a Magic sign, game-worn signed Michigan State Spartans jersey right there to me. I got to ask you, Dan, over your left shoulder, I see some what looks like baseball bats. Are those mugs? Are those like things you get? Yeah. They are. Have you drank out of each one of them?
No.
No?
No. You can, though. I just haven't. I think
you haven't?
I think I've taken out of one. Yeah, they're made by a company called Dugout Mugs.
I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, it's made out of a real baseball bat, and they are coated so you can drink out of them. I just haven't done it.
Okay, there you go. I was just curious. That's all. There you go. There you go. Dan Kaiser, always a good time, as entertaining as he's informative. He's going to stick around if you have any questions or comments. We're going to go to our good buddy, which I just found out this morning. His real name is Abiola, and I love it. I love that. You sound like you should be like a pediatrician or something.
Yeah.
But you are a doctor. You're a doctor of handicap, and he comes off a good night last night at Sports Memo. He's doing great work since he's hit the ground running and joined Sports Memo brand not that long ago. We're glad to have him on the show. Normally he does a Wednesday. He couldn't do a Wednesday, but he hit me up yesterday. He said, Joe, can I come on the show tomorrow? I got some stuff I want to tell everybody about. Yeah. This is before he went and had a great night in his premium releases, so I really love that.
Yeah.
He's going to tell you what he's been doing at Sports Memo. He's going to tell you what he expects from him on the premium side of Sports Memo. He's got a free play winner for you. Abby, take it away.
Yes, I've been doing mainly a lot of the NBA, as you guys know. The last 2 weeks have been a little bit up and down. Some 4-4 in the NBA currently now. But I'm looking forward to bouncing back in the NBA, having a good postseason for picks. As I mentioned earlier, the MLB's 2-0. My first 2 MLB picks on the show that I posted on for Sports Memo yesterday, they went well. So I I'll have one MLB pick today, client play pick today for baseball. I might have a second one, but they'll be available this afternoon. I'll have those available for you. The one NBA pick and one MLB for sure. I might add a second one for client plays. However, I do have a free play to give out today in the NBA. It's going to be Dallas +6. It was 6.5. It dropped to 6. I took him for this reason. Number one, Dallas has some momentum from their last game that they won. So they're carrying some momentum into this game. And number two, AD is the main guy. AD is the reason why I think this game stays within 6 points. Now, in the first 4 meetings when they played, the reason why Dallas struggled and they didn't come close to covering and winning these games is because AD wasn't in the lineup. Now, you know, AD's there. He's a huge factor in this game. He averages about 28.2 points and 14 rebounds in his last 6 matchups. This is against Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies, compared to 22 points and 6.5 rebounds from the big man himself, Jaren Jackson Jr. So I feel matching up against Jaren Jackson Jr. and his defense alone can single-handedly keep Dallas in the game and keep him within the 6-point range. So I like Dallas here. I think he's the difference as to why, like I said, this game stays within 6 points.
Abby Jackson says, take the Mavs. It's a winner. You will be too if you follow him. Comes off a big night last night at Sports Memo. One more time, Abby, what do you got posted on the premium side for everybody tonight? And maybe what you're looking at for the weekend with the NHL.
Oh, the weekend. I haven't gotten that far ahead for Saturday, to be honest with you. I take it day by day, but I will have some plays for the NBA for sure this weekend. I haven't decided which picks to give up for the client plays as of yet. But I definitely will have plays for that. I will have some MLB plays. So I'll do probably about 2 or 3 picks per day for Sports Memo client plays. That's how I can project. But I don't know what games I'm going to pick tomorrow as of yet. So I'm still looking into that now. But for tonight, like I mentioned, I have 2, potentially 3 client plays, one in the NBA for sure, one in MLB, and I might have a third pick for MLB. I'm still deciding on that now, but they'll be available, I'll say, after 12:30, 1 o'clock this afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. Those picks will be available on the on Sports Memo, the client plays.
Abby Jackson, Big Daddy, says in about 2 hours you can expect more on the premium side over at Sports Memo, but don't waste any time. Go over there. Grab some of these great discounts we keep telling you about on the deals page. Follow Abby. You're going to follow him to the bank. If you have any questions or comments for Abiola Jackson, he's going to stick around. We're going to ask him how long he's been playing the piano in the background. All right. Guys, we like to have a good time around here. Always have a good time. It's always more fun in my experience.
I'm a rookie. I'm still learning.
You're a rookie? Listen, I can't even play chopsticks. Don't feel bad. For a guy that loves music so much, we do have a music person on the show. We're going to get that in a second. But I got to be honest, Abby, we're glad you're on the show, and thank you for joining us on a Friday. He's going to stick around if you have any questions or comments for Abby. He'll be happy to answer them. And if you come in late on the show, at the end of the show, we're going to run down all the free plays, so you're not going to miss a thing. Talk about music. He's been a rock drummer for many years. He's played with some greats. He knows some greats. He's a good buddy of mine. He's like family now, so he is open for me to start messing with him. I just want you to know, Sniper Wes, we love you, Wes. Dan was talking crap about you before the show, and I told him I won't have it. No, I'm just kidding. Having said that, Wes is doing some great work over at Sports Memo. You know, and I know that he is known as one of the best postseason cappers in the world. He's also great at the UFC. He's got some things he wants to tell you about that he's been doing at Sports Memo. He wants to tell you about some premium plays that he's releasing today and through the weekend at Sports Memo. He's got a free play winner for you. Wes, take it away.
Well, no UFC this weekend, unfortunately, so I will not be able to snipe some bookmakers this weekend. But we do have NBA. I will for sure 1,000% have a 5% NBA play tomorrow. More than likely, that's going to be in the Timberwolves-Lakers game. I'm keeping an eye on that line movement right now. In regards to the free play I have for you guys today for the show, I am going to look at the ugliest game in the history of Major League Baseball. So that will be the Washington Nationals and the Colorado Rockies tonight. I'm taking the Nats here. So the Nats are 7-2, obviously not a very good baseball team, but the Rockies are 3-15. They are even worse, right? Mackenzie Gore and Trace Dollander. Mackenzie, he's a solid lefty, a very good southpaw. He actually gave up 4 runs versus the Marlins last time out, so I do think he's going to bounce back because what goes up must come down in baseball. A lot of times, if a pitcher doesn't look that great, a lot of people like to fade him the next game, but I'm the opposite. I think if a pitcher gives up some runs and does not look good, usually the next start they bounce back, right? It's kind of my theory on Major League Baseball. But it's a very ugly game, like I said, but you can find value in games like this sometimes, in my opinion. Washington, they've lost 2 straight. They have only scored 1 run in their past 2 games versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. So they need to bounce back. They need to get back on the ball. No pun intended. And I think they're going to bring their sticks to the yard, not their milkshake to the yard, but their sticks to the yard. And I think they're going to show up here, and I think they win. It's a little bit juicy, but I think the juice is worth the squeeze here with the Nationals over the Rockies. And give me the Nats here, minus 130 over the Rockies.
Sniper West says, take the Nats in an ugly game. Uglier than if Randy Johnson and John Crook would have a love child. That baby will be ugly. Guys, he's the winner. You will be too if you follow him with the Nationals. More importantly, Wes, can you tell us what you got going on in the premium set tonight and what you're kind of looking at over the weekend again, please?
Yeah, no, keeping my eye on the NBA. It's all about the NBA this weekend, in my opinion. Some fantastic matchups. And like I said, I will have a 5% play available for purchase over the website this weekend over at SportsMemo. And, just really excited about the NBA playoffs. I've had a great year in the NBA. I'm hitting about 56% on the year for about plus 5,000. So it's been a fantastic season.
Great stuff from Sniper West, guys. He's a winner. You will be too. If you follow him, sorry, I had a little technical glitch there. If you follow him, guys, he's going to stick around if you have any questions or comments for Sniper West. But I want you to know, after this show, go over to SportsMemo. Go follow Sniper West because he is winning. He's doing great in all sports. Find one of these deals on the deals page with Sniper West, and you will follow him all the way to the bank. Speaking of winning, guys, I want to talk about the First Lady of Las Vegas hitting on a 66.6% MLB run. 3 MLB winners today posted at SportsMemo. She does. I know this for a fact because when I was looking at the NBA and NHL last night and in the wee hours of this morning, we keep hours like a meth cook, I'll tell you that. While most people are fast asleep in their beds, even people in this business, we're up and working, Dion and myself, we're up at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every single day doing our due diligence. She's got 3 big winners today. She is killing it in baseball. Absolutely on fire. Another winner yesterday, getting everybody paid on the diamond. 3 big baseball winners today posted at SportsMemo. I got to tell you, over the 4 or 5 years that she's documented, every year in the NHL postseason, she finishes at the top or near the top of every category. All right, wins, percentage, profits. She's going to have some NHL winners for you over the weekend. I know that in the NBA, she kills it every season. She's just doing great work in every sport. I'm proud of her, and I like hyping her because, let's face it, there's always a D'Amico on the leaderboard no matter where you go. And it's nice to see that. But she is killing it. She has 3 big baseball winners. She's one of the hottest baseball cappers documented on the planet. Go over to SportsMemo. Follow her. Follow her, whether it be for a game, a day, a week, a month. We've got some great deals on that deals page. But she's a winner. You will be too. Couple of quickies. Before I get into my stuff, I'll save this for after I get into my stuff. But there's some great stuff going on over at SportsMemo. We got, we want you to follow Abby, Wes, Dan, the First Lady, Dion D'Amico, or myself. But if not, go over to SportsMemo. You will find a capper that is tailor-made just for you. Now, lower the volume on your tablets, your computers, your phones, because I'm excited. I'm so excited, guys. You're not going to need a Viagra this weekend. I'm going to get you so turned on. First of all, guys, the last 2 months in the NBA, last 2 months plus, more than 2 months, 66.6% Joe D is hitting in the NBA. One of the most successful documented NBA postseason cappers ever. Go over I've picked up as much, not 40 units, 40 games in the postseason. 40 games, 60 and 10 runs. No BS, or 50-something and 15, whatever it is. Guys, I've hit it. Don't quote me. But I've picked up as much as 40 units in the NBA postseason. I'm going to ask the nice people at SportsMemo if they could do a nice NBA postseason discount for me. I'll have that ready over the weekend by Monday. But I want to tell you what's going on right now. Join me this weekend. We're going to crush the books on the Pro Hoops Hardwood. I have not one, not two, but 3 huge Saturday winners already posted. I have a 5% slam dunk. My slam dunks, they are just legendary. They're on a 6-2 run, my slam dunks. I have a 4% Las Vegas strip move. They're 3-1 the last 4. These are all documented numbers. And my 4% fast break. My fast breaks, I don't put out a lot of these. They're 80% this season at 4-1. I put, as you obviously only 5 this season, but I don't put out a lot of these. When I do, they are money. I also posted all of these in a huge Saturday NBA 3-game discounted package. You get all 3 big winners in one package at a discounted rate. Guys, it just doesn't stop there. Guys, I am on fire in the NHL. I'm on a 70% documented run. I have a 5% play posted already. My 19-8 slap shot play. Plus, guys, it still gets better. I can't believe this is so good. I might buy my own plays over at SportsMemo. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to take out my own credit card, go buy everything I put on, because I'm sweeping the friggin' board on all these plays. Between today and tomorrow, NBA, MLB, and NHL, I will sweep the board. Guys, today, I won yesterday, got everybody played with. That's new. Yankees yesterday. Today's play is even bigger. It's an MVP play. They're 100% this season. Don't get too crazy. I'm going to release one of them. Released it yesterday. This play is even stronger. I have an MVP play posted in MLB for you. Everything I just mentioned is already posted for the weekend. Okay, for today in MLB, tomorrow's NBA and NHL. Go there now. I promise you this. When I put out big game releases, the lines move. Take advantage of them now and be on the right side before those bookmakers, those sports books starts moving the line. Now, I want to go through a free play now. My free play got everybody paid yesterday. I think I had the Mets yesterday as a free play, I believe. Today, I really like this game, guys. To be quite honest, I think the wrong team is favored in this matchup. The Hawks are not the team they once were playing at the State Farm Arena anymore, guys. There was a time this team was money at home. Just recently, they failed to cover 3 of their last 4, played on their own court, folks. This season, I mean, they're 21-19 straight up on their own court, but they are truly mortal playing on their own court over the last several seasons. I'm telling you, 4, 5, 6 years ago, this team was money on their own court. Now they are not. Just to let you know, I also don't feel this team is a money team. Let me tell you what I mean by that. There are fun players, there are money players. There are fun teams, there are money teams. There are teams that could win during the regular season, but when it comes out to crunch time, they fold like a cheap suit. They fold like a suit you buy for yourself at Walmart, guys. You ever see those suits? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. When it comes down to crunch time, they fold like a cheap suit. They split out their last 10 games, both straight up and against the spread, and they've lost and failed to cover their 2 most recent meetings with the Miami Heat. Granted, both of those matchups were on the road, but still at the end of February and the end of March, Miami came up big in both of those meetings, guys. All right, speaking of the Heat, they are an ATS cover machine when they travel. They covered 5 of their last 6 games, played on the road. Both teams have some big names listed as questionable or out here, but Miami comes into this matchup a little hotter, winning 6 of the last 10 straight up, covering 7 of those 10. Remember, folks, this is about who covers. Now, I know the line is short here. I think Miami should be a favorite in this matchup. All right, the Atlanta defense, they've been a doormat all season long. 27th in the league, getting plowed for over 120.8 points per game. As a matter of fact, in most defensive categories, they rank near the bottom. Yes, they can score some points on offense, but this matchup, they're in trouble because they face one of the stingiest and most frustrating defenses in the NBA. The Heat allow just 111.4 a game. They're better on the boards. So let me try that again. Significantly, my Hooked on Phonics books didn't come in the mail yet. Significantly better from the free throw line. I think this game is going to get physical, and that definitely gives Miami an advantage because they're better from that line. I like the Heat to win this game by a couple of baskets. I think they should be a favorite here. No matter what the line is, take Miami. Take your bookmakers' money. I'm going to win another free play for you. But more importantly, once again, guys, I got some great stuff going up. Go to the deals page. Like I said, not going up. It is up. All right, I've got 3 big Saturday winners, including a 5% play in NBA. I've got a 5% NHL posted. Today, I have an NFL, MLB MVP play. I won one yesterday. It was my first one of the season. I release them regularly, but I waited like to a month into the season until I start releasing them. This one is even higher rated. But if you follow me, I'm giving you a disclaimer. Bring a broom because I'm sweeping the friggin' board. I promise you that. Let's get everybody up here. We're going to get closing thoughts and comments. We're going to run down the free plays too, just in case you missed any of them. Once again, let me go to my good buddy Dan. Dan, Any closing thoughts and comments? How about Randy Johnson, John Crook having a love child? That should not be bad. I'd uglier than if Patrick Ewing and Larry Bird had a baby. Because that baby would be ugly.
I'm trying not even to think about it because I don't want that etched in my memory. But Joe, as you said, you can't play chopsticks. The funny thing is, I can't use chopsticks. I spent 16 years in Southeast Asia.
You can't use chopsticks? Oh.
Huh?
You can't use chopsticks?
No.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Now, let me ask you, you spend a lot of time in Southeast Asia. When you walk into a restaurant and you ask for a fork, did they give you a look like you had three eyeballs or something?
It's not like
I touched the nerve here, guys.
It's like they all have silverware. You don't even have to ask. They just bring it. It's on the table already.
Okay.
Okay. It's not like you wanted to blend in. They could tell you're a foreigner right away, huh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But you spent, 15 years there in Southeast Asia?
I think 16, 17, yeah.
Is that where you got to know Jesse and Nick and all those and
Actually,
Ben and all them
I knew them before in Vegas. We were on back then, Wager Talk used to be just a chat board.
Yeah.
And a bunch of guys, we used to always hang out there, and then a bunch of us had from all over the country went to Vegas for like football weekend and March Madness. And so I met Ben and those guys through that site in Vegas, and then Ben convinced me to go to Thailand, and I'm not sure if my life went to hell after that or my life's better because of that. I'm still trying
I've heard some stories about you down there. I'm not going to repeat them on air. I wouldn't put you on the spot, but I've heard some stories, Dan. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw them under the bus either, but I think you know who told me those stories.
Yeah.
Dan, how was the food and the weather down there?
Food's good.
Okay.
Weather's hot or hotter.
Okay.
Or hottest. You might get like 2 months that they say it's cold, but for us it would be like maybe a nice spring day.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Yeah, but you got to understand now that Wes is a Vegas guy. He's an LA guy, Wes. Now he's a Vegas guy. He's experienced 100-degree days twice in the last few weeks.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a hot summer.
But there's a big difference because Vegas, it's dry. In Thailand, because it's surrounded by water, it's all humid. So it's like 110 degrees and 95% humidity.
That humidity I can't do. I look like I'm smoking meth all night. It's not good on me. I can't listen. When I go back east, listen. As you get older and as you move, I grew up, New York City. First 10 years of my life in Yonkers. Next 11 to Little Italy, and then moved out to Vegas. My blood was thick back then. It has what we call thinned out. And as I got older, I'll tell you what, now if I go into even if Vegas gets some humidity, listen, man, you would think it was back in the 80s. I come out of Studio 54. I'm sweating like a hooker in church. It's not good. But I will tell you that since I moved to Vegas, I'm here 35 years now. I bought my house in December of 89, moved officially in July of 90. I can tell you, when I first got here, we would get 1-2% humidity. Over the next few years, because we had a state that only had a few 100,000 people, and now it's 3 million people. And everybody that moves here from other places puts in grass, puts in palm trees, puts in bushes, shrubs, puts in swimming pools. And because of the car emissions, guys, you don't understand. This isn't the desert. Any of the sand in the desert isn't like what you feel at the beach. The sand in the desert actually is harder than concrete. And it has like 9 layers of all different types of whatever you call all these things.
Wait, you're saying the population of Vegas is 3 million?
Well, no, not in the state is 3 million.
Oh, the state. Oh, okay. In Nevada.
When I first got here, man, you saw tumbleweeds literally going down streets.
Yeah.
And even where I live now, 1 block west of me, which is Buffalo, was dirt. It was sand. But the sand isn't like beach sand, guys. It's harder than concrete. And having said that, though, as more people moved here, everybody put in grass, everybody put in trees. Contrary to what people think, palm trees don't grow in the desert either. That's in the movies. I'm a yo-yo that put in palm trees. I have a mulberry bush in front of my house. Yeah. All of my properties have pools. I own 5 properties here, 2 across the street, 7. We all have pools. We all have palm trees. We all have mulberry bushes. I like the mulberry bushes. They're pretty to look at. Yeah. And but I will tell you, I converted all the front yards and the side yards to rock the last few years. Not to lie to you, when it's a whole story. The water district put 4 hikes on us in the last 2 years, and now they are fining people significantly if they go over exactly what they should be using in water. And the fines aren't small. The Fertittas who own the stations own a house not far from me. It's a mansion, guys. It's a big house. It's like 20 to 30,000 square feet. It's a big house. But they were fined in 1 month almost $30,000 because of their water overage. So having said that, I converted all my yards, front yards, and around the pool areas, because they all got pools. I rent out the other houses. Yes, I do. I have long-term renters, but all those to either rock or turf. And it's a big difference. But we still have a lot of moisture because of the grass, the bushes, the palm trees, and the pools. It creates humidity. And then the car emissions, you got 3 million people in the state when we used to have a few 100,000 with that amount of cars. You see, Las Vegas, the Valley. Henderson, the east and west side of the strip. And back even more east, which is Henderson, is like a pie shell, and it's sunken down in a valley surrounded by all different mountains. And you see the haze above it now. Back in the day,
it's not good for the environment. It's bad. Yeah.
No, it's not good. But people here in Vegas, they don't care. They don't think about tomorrow, guys. Guys, there's more money in this state than in almost any state in the country per capita, and yet we rank 50th in education. We're below Mississippi and Alabama, which tells you what people here care about. They care about gambling and getting paid. Yeah. A lot of Los Angelinos, a lot of Californians move here because the taxes are a lot cheaper. But I will tell you, we get hit with humidity now. And over the last few years, man, I'll get my eyes will tear. I'll wake up like it was the 80s at Studio 54. My nose is clogged, and my eyes will bulge out. It happens. But I will tell you, we still have great weather. You can still golf here.
I guess year-round, probably year-round.
Oh, I love it. I love it here. Yeah. I love it here. Listen, Abby, in another week, I'll be out by my pool every morning before I come on the show or after I'm on. And then I'll be on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I got a kegerator, keeps my beer 32 degrees. I'm putting in a nitrous system to put Guinness on one side and a regular beer on the other. I'm telling you now. And I'll be drinking beer every day. I'm telling you now. I'm going to be like John Daly. Playing
oh, my God, really?
Oh, yeah. I'll be dark. I'll be dark. I'll be tan.
You want to be like John Daly?
Yeah. Yep. I'm not going to be as fat as him, but trust me. I will tell you that. We talk a lot. We have a lot of fun. Any closing thoughts and comments from Sniper West?
Yeah, super excited about the NBA weekend. Like I said, I'll have a 5% play at the website tomorrow. More than likely the Timberwolves and Lakers game. Keep my eye on the line movement. But, it's NHL playoffs, too. It's a great time of year.
Great stuff. Abby?
As you guys know, I have a play tonight with the Dallas and Memphis game, and I got one MLB play today. I might have a second one today as well. So say tomorrow I'll be doing 2 to 3 games per day as for client plays on SportsMemo, so you guys can check me out. And I'll probably when the NHL playoffs start, I'll throw in some NHL, so I'll mix it up here and there. But haven't looked as far ahead to the matchups tomorrow. I'm still trying to decide what to do. But I will have some.
The lines kind of didn't move too much.
That's a problem. Yeah. So
no, they haven't moved too much, which is peculiar. Yeah. So late money's coming in. You're not alone. Not just a lot of cappers, but a lot of people out there haven't moved these lines yet. They haven't come down on them yet. Maybe they're waiting to see about injuries, questionables, this or that. But the lines haven't moved too much.
Yeah, that's why I have to wait. I have to place my bet the same day because there's a lot, like you said, a lot of uncertainty going on. So.
This NBA is such a pain in the ass. I spoke to a friend of mine. I believe he's a 5 or 7-time NBA champ. He's not in the business anymore. I spoke to him about a year or two ago. Robert Ory, buddy of mine. I could say it now. He's retired. But I could tell you that a couple of years ago, we talked about load management. He says, it's such horse shit. It really is.
It's ridiculous.
It really is. I remember when Coach Popovich used to pull one of the big 3 every couple of days to keep them fresh, or would pull one if they knew they had a major matchup against another guy on an opposing team at a major position, didn't want to lose that psychological edge come the postseason. But this stuff is ridiculous. It really is.
My theory on that is they need to do what the NFL does. Don't give the guaranteed contracts. Let these guys earn their way. Let them.
I would tell them this, guys. I would tell my guys, you miss a game. Even for injury, dude, you're going to get a pay cut. That's all.
Yeah.
And by the way, I go the other route. If you play every game in the season and play significant amount of money, I might give you a bonus. I don't have a problem with that. It's like me looking at some of these baseball players. I saw something a few weeks ago. Somebody sat out because of he had a sore hamstring. The first few weeks of the season, he had a sore hamstring. Can you imagine Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth, any of the real greats of this game sitting out? These guys, Babe Ruth used to drink a keg of beer the night before, go to a brothel, come in, and they go 3 for 4 with a triple and 2 home runs, and you're like, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. I can imagine Mickey Mantle, who played every single game of his career in pain. One time he had no use of his arm, and he still hit a home run 540 feet. And I got to tell you, man, it amazes me. But having said that, Dan, closing thoughts and comments.
Well, that's why I always make the argument why Jordan's the greatest basketball player, because he used to play 18 or 36 holes of golf, drinking, smoking cigars, staying out all night, and then and still would put 40.
Yeah.
40 or 50.
Well, Jordan was arguably the greatest. I think it's tough because of position. He's up there in my book. I got to put, Russell up there. I've got to put, I like defense. Nate Tiny Archibald, man. I loved him. There are guys like that over the years. Listen, if he would have had a longer career, I'd put Bernard King as one of the greatest, but no. But maybe that's because I'm punching Will Chamberlain, Earl Monroe, great Knicks. But there are some great guys.
My favorite Knick was Walt Frazier. I like Walt Clyde.
I love Walt. I got a signed jersey from him right over there by him.
Are you serious?
And everybody else on that championship team signed that jersey. It's sitting in my frame. And one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. A great sportsman as well. A great advocate for sports and sportsmanship. Having said all that, guys, let's go real quick. The First Lady of Las Vegas hitting on all cylinders, guys. Let me put that up. Why is this not going up? There you go. Why is that not going there? 66.6% MLB run. She got 3 winners today. I know she's in love with a couple of NHL and NBA. Tomorrow she'll have up. Everybody else on the panel's got some real good premium releases. We're going to run down the free plays, and I'm going to sign off out here so you can take advantage of these free plays. But more importantly, go over to SportsMemo after the show. Go to the deals page, follow your favorite cappers, or you know what? Dip a toe to get yourself familiar with the capper you're not familiar with. All right, let me run down the free plays. Dan the man, what'd you have for everybody?
I got the Mets minus 170.
Abby.
+6 Dallas Mavericks.
Wes.
Nationals minus 130 over the Rockies.
And your sexy and savory host says the Miami Heat. They're going to win this game by several baskets, so I'll take the point with them tonight. Having said all that, guys, tune into all the First Family shows for a ton of free winners, some great betting insights, and a few laughs, too. On behalf of Dan, Wes, Abby, Jackson, the First Lady of Las Vegas, Dion D'Amico, this is Joe D'Amico. Everybody out there, good luck and have a winning day.